Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Let's get that off of there. I thought I forgot to add myself to the stage, but here I am. Let's pull this. This is down there. Oh, well, I won't worry about it down there. There's a shelf behind that curtain. I'm gonna clean it off. Well, it's like right in my face. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Ava. This is Craft Hour with Ava, and the channel is Ava Potterfield and Friends. And thank you so much for being here. Let's see. I didn't think about this being right in my face, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So I got this new thing here that's a phone holder, so I can have my phone up here, and then you can see what my hands are doing down here. We'll see. It's kind of right in my face. Guess I could move over a little bit. Let's see. I don't know. It makes me not in the middle of my screen. If any of you got issues with someone not being in the center of the screen, then I'll just apologize now. Maybe I can turn it this way a little bit more. There. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I didn't have it hooked up. And, yeah. So, I'm waiting on my nails to dry. So I was going to go purple. I've had this blue on for 2 weeks, and I was going to go purple, and I didn't have time. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning, and then I fell asleep in my desk. So I've already had a 2-hour nap. Yeah, that means I was up for an hour and then took a nap. Hey, some days are like that, right? At least it's Saturday. But I missed some things I was wanting to attend online. And so I'll do better next week. I even went to bed early. My body had other plans, I guess. Let's see. Where's my chat? Do I have a chat? I do. There's Christina in my chat. Hello. Good morning. Dyson's Crazy Adventure. And Lily. Good morning, Lily. And Freehand Renee. That is awesome. Christina's been up since 7. Drink. So I have water. I have coffee. It's my first sip of coffee because even though I've been up since 8, the nap got in the way of my coffee time. Buddy napped with me. Now we're trying something new. He's in my chair behind me. Now during the day when I'm crocheting, he's in my chair with me, and we do pretty good. But anytime I've been live for crocheting, for craft hour, I've been putting him in his crate. Just so I'm not, if he gets in a mood where he doesn't want to sit still, it doesn't affect my life, right? But today, he's still sleeping. His nap's not over. So he's still asleep. And we're going to give it a try. Today, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And we're going to try this with him in my chair. I don't usually, so. Worst thing that could happen is I have to get up and go put him in his crate. That'll be it. Let me grab something real quick. It's just right over here, but I have to get up to reach it. The lid fell off. See, he really is back there behind my chair. behind me. You got to see his head for a minute. For a minute. So, what I've been working on lately, show you my whips and my finished ones, was this sweater and this hat to match. Somebody else had their flower up higher on their hat, and I'm like, well, that's cute, but I didn't like it on my head. Everybody's head's different, I guess. No, they are. All our heads are shaped different, y'all. So I'm gonna lower that. Then I have this sweater that I love, love, love. Now I do have to make an adjustment and take these down one row like that and just sew that together so the straps are not loose. They're a little loose on me. I wore that to play music last time. And then here's the hat to match that one. I'm a hat person. I like hats. Hats, hats, hats. I like hats. Liz Lowe's Crochet. Hello. Thanks for being here. Welcome. First time here. Gloria. I see that now. Hello. Thank you so much. And then I'm working on my owl afghan, and it's coming along pretty good. It's over halfway finished. You can't see me when I hold it up, but there he is. There he is. And he's this wide. You can't even put him all in there in the screen. Almost can. So there's my owl. Put him up a little lower. So there's the rest of him down here coming together. It's corner to corner, so you go across diagonally to make it. And instead of row straight across. So those are some of my whips there. Now, any of you who came to my hacking live before my accident know what these are for. We haven't seen these in a while. We have not seen these in a while. Hello, Tony. Welcome. These are my Granny Square pants. What are going to be my Granny Square pants. So I have a whole bunch of these here in my tote that are a work in progress. And as soon as I can see well enough to sew for a period of time, I will be sewing these together to make a pair of pants and a hat to match. I can't wait, but I can't see that well yet. I can see well enough to sew in the loose ends over here on my afghan, but to just sit down and sew for periods of time, I still get a migraine. So it's been 2 years since I've been able to crochet at all. So I am still healing, and my vision is still healing. And I have the faith that it's not going to be too much longer, and I'll be able to see the sew and put these pants together. I'm hoping. Okay, so it goes back in their little things here. So this is the tote I was working from before my accident. So it's kind of like Christmas when you open it up to see what's in there. What I forget about? What is in here? Right? So that was a bag of white Granny Squares. Here's a bag of red. Here's a bag of red. I got red, and white Granny Squares everywhere, literally. And there's that. What is this? Let's see. Oh! Aha! This. Oh! Wow! Hold on. I see what this is. This sweater. So let's put it on. Let's put it on. Oh yeah. I got a little sweater here. And there's the back of it. There's the back. You can see the color burst back there better when I'm standing up. So there's a little, like a cardigan type, but summertime. Oh, I like it. All right, what we got in here? We've got more granny squares. So I had decided with my leftover yarns what I'm going to do at that point. This was 2 years ago. Is I was going to make granny squares. So I could make things out of granny squares. Because you could make all kinds of things out of granny squares. Okay, I'm not going to let my sweater get buried in that pile. And then I have, surprise, I have brown granny squares. Going through the old coat here. Maybe we'll just tie those so they don't spill again. And we got a hat that needs to be finished. A little hat here. Let's show the tail in. And what do we got? We got another little hat to finish. We got, what else we got in here? Oh. Could this be something important? Well, it's something cool, but not what I was hoping it was. Alright, never mind. And yeah, see, my planner from 2018 and 2019, and then I had my accident and was not able to do any more work. Let's see, going through the tote here. Let's see. Have you tried doing one or two at a time? Okay, so I'm behind in my chat and I don't know what you're referring to, Christina. So what are you referring to? More than one project at a time, or? Sorry, I wasn't looking while I was talking. And then I got this, and I'm actually wearing this sweater in my intro that I was doing. No, my outro. You'll see it in my outro. So let's take this off. And let's put this one on. And it has a little hat to match. It's another sweater just like that other one. Okay. Getting dressed is hard. So there's that. And then I'm not going to put it on right now, but here's the little hat to match it. Oh no, maybe I will put it on right now. There. That's a little. So what I would do different with this hat, I remember now, is I bring my top color down lower, so it's not right on the top of my head. So yeah, I'm gonna put this hat back on. Me and my hat. So what else is in here? Here's another little hat. It looks like I made another sweater. Oh, this is a work in progress. Okay. Well, this is another one of these sweaters in the blue, white, and the gray with a hat to match. See how I brought those colors down lower than I did on this one? Yeah. Got it down. I liked it much better. Otherwise, the color's just on the top of your head and you can't see the top of your head. Of course, I'm short, so everybody's taller than me, so they all got to see the top of my head. Let's see, this should be toward the top then, if that's a work in progress. Here's a poncho, and I'm wearing it in my outro. Alright, what else is in here? Looks like yarn. More granny squares. And might just be yarn the rest of it. Let's see. This is fun. Yep, more yarn. All right. Well, I'm gonna lay these back in here, and those. Well, I'll deal with that later. So there's a quick tour of my works in progress, works I just finished, whatever you want to call them, from right before my accident. Hey, I'm going to put this sweater back on. I think I'm going to put this back in the tote so everything is kept together till I need it. Getting dressed is hard and getting undressed is hard. There. Okay. Just needed to stand up. I couldn't twist the right direction for that to work. Alright. Now I'll put this one back on. Alright. There we go. So, okay. Have you tried doing one or two at a time, sewing your granny square pants together, one or two squares at a time? I know myself too well to even attempt that because I will become obsessed with it and want it finished. So, yes, that is a good idea. And for most people, that probably would work. But I've been waiting so long for those pants that I know myself too well. I know myself too well. I'll have to mentally work up the discipline to only do like 5 squares and then put it down and see if I'm able to do that. I don't know if I can or not. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to start my work sewing in. No, I already did. Okay. Thought I was going to be sewing in ends, but I only got one row to sew in. So we'll wait. We'll crochet a couple of rows, and then where's my pattern? That number. Okay. Sneak. Christina says I get the same way. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, I don't know if I could do. So that'll be the parameters I set for myself. I could do 5. We'll see. We'll see if I'm able to discipline myself enough to do that. So this was my whip tote with things I either had just finished making during crafting hour or that I had been working on. And I got a little bit of a yarn stash there. I'll have to go through and see what the colors are because I bet I got stuff to make hats with in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. And um, I don't know if I can sit and talk while I do this one. I think I can. I think so. So I'm going to attempt to use this thingamajiggy um, and just see. Uh, hold on here. I'm going to send a link to my phone. And let's see. Christina, I'll send you one too if you'd like to come up. There it is. And get over here. I'm looking at my computer screen if I'm looking funny. And over here. And send that here. Okay, you can check your messenger, Christina. And then I'm going to send it to myself for my phone. Oh, I just sent myself a message and it reminds me um, fried quesadilla nachos. Have you ever had fried quesadilla nachos before? Um, Not feeling well today, so I won't be able to. Okay, no problem. Um, you make your cheese quesadilla like you normally would, which is now these are large, very large tortillas, flour tortillas, huge. You take your one, you put your cheese, you take the other one, and you put them in the pan like you would do a quesadilla. But then you cut a circle in the middle, and then you cut little triangles. You cut it all into little triangles, and you cook them as chips. They become chips for dipping. And then over the top of that, you put your whatever your nacho ingredients that you like will be, like your hamburger, your meat, your chicken, whatever. Um, your lettuce, tomatoes, onions, peppers, salsas, whatever you like on the top of your nachos. But then each bite is a chip stuffed with cheese. What? Oh my gosh, I haven't tried it yet. Oh, it sounds like it would be delicious. It would be like a party in my mouth. That's what I think. That's what I think. Um, let's see here. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to get that link on my phone. Trying to. I'm going to. I haven't even tried it yet. All right. Let's see if I can get myself up here. I'm 55% charged. I didn't even think of checking that. I've had the last 3 days, I've had a problem with all my devices going dead at the same time. I have not been keeping. Uh, I have. What? Why do they have to make everything difficult? Hmm. Okay, let's try it another way. It's not going to let me do that. So I'll try to copy that link. I'll just go to Chrome. I don't need to install Chrome. I already have Chrome. I don't care what you're telling me. I know I already have Chrome on my phone. It's my phone. And go. Let's see if that works. Did that work? Aha, that worked. It's nice when something works. And then we shall get the crafting going. It still says party on my phone. I'll just call that a whip. Work in progress. There I am. Device is not connected. Why not? Okay. Oh, there's that. Oh my, hold on. And mute your phone. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so obviously that's not going to work today because I don't want to mess with that. Okay, we'll just do it the old regular way. So I'll just get this out of my face. Don't leave that down there if I'm not even going to use it. Uh, my phone wouldn't mute all the way. I guess if I mute it all the way. I'll have to play around with it. Maybe we'll try it one more time. Maybe. Uh, Okay, let's try it again. And if it squeals this time, I'll just turn it right off. See, it won't mute all the way. It won't go any further than that. And that's me pushing the button. It won't go any further. So I'm not, okay. We're just going to not do that. We're going to close that window. Well, that was a not fun experiment. I'm going to make sure to get that off my phone. Okay. Close this tab. Hickory. And right there. Okay. And then just to be sure, I'm going to turn off my phone. And reset. Okay. So that should have severed that connection there. It's been an adventure this morning. Oh, mute your mic in your studio. Oh. Oh. I don't know whether to try it again or not. I might try it again in a little bit. I'm kind of frustrated. Samantha, hello. Thanks for being here. Getting ready to work on my corner to corner. And why'd that pop up for? Oh, because that's down there. Okay. Get my directions here. Piled it up with all that stuff from my tote, all my crochet stuff. Find where I left off and get to work. Get to work. Get to work. All right. So now I've taken other classes before. So this was not my first class, but it was my first class with this particular person. And I did a watercolor class and where we do our own sketches and things like that. I have scissors somewhere handy. My scissors always get borrowed and then they don't get put back. Don't see my scissors. Something in here. And of course they didn't get put back in the drawer. Nothing over here. Pardon me while I look to see if my scissors, there they are over there. Okay. I found them over there on the other side of the desk. Scissors are a must. I have a lot of color changes to do. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. Put down just a little bit here. Oh, got my paper there, my here, my crochet hook, my scissors. I'm good to go. All right, let's do it. Right. So this is a corner to corner. So I'm making little squares. You can see each little square section. They make that pattern there. And each one of those squares, I'm ripping it out while I'm trying to, okay. I'll just scoot you out and put you back here. Get my stuff arranged better. There we go. All right, got my yarn arranged. Each one of those squares has 4 double crochets in it. And then you just loop over to here. Now this is my own pattern that I have copyrighted myself. A pattern that I designed, and so it's okay for me to discuss what I'm doing with you as I'm doing it because I own it. I own the copyright. So We have all these little bitty squares that come together to make a picture or a pattern. In this case, it's a picture because it's an owl. Um, and I really like it. It's relaxing for me. Now, when you're doing patterns or especially objects like this, there's lots of color changes. And I used to get really frustrated with color changes, but now I don't. And I don't know if that's just because since my accident, I'm calmer or what, but whatever. Um, I do enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Let's see. Samantha says, "How are you doing?" I'm doing great today. Doing great. There's Patrick at Half Cheetah Review. Good afternoon to you as well. All right, here we go. Oh, and it's a Nisi raid. Hello, Sherry. Thank you so much for being here. I'm working on this corner to corner Afghan that is an owl. And this is going to be, this over here is going to be a tree that he is sitting in. And there will eventually be a tree limb. There's the beginning of the tree limb there that he is sitting on. So that's what I'm working on right now. So any of you what are you guys working on? Are you crafting? Are you working on other things? What are you all working on? I always like to know what y'all are up to as well. We kind of looked at some of my craft tub over there from previous 2 years ago. And there's even a project in there I was working on when I had my accident. So I forgot all about it. So I'll be getting that out and finishing it. I'll just have to find the pattern. I wonder where the pattern is. So I was going to look through some of my old patterns, and some of them are missing. And I don't know. I do have 2 external hard drives, so maybe they're on the other hard drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, so one more. So I'll have to see. Otherwise, I'll either have to buy the pattern again or see if I can just remember what to do. Don't know. Apparently, I really liked that pattern because that would be the 3rd sweater that I made from it. Now, most patterns don't come with also a hat pattern to match. I just love hats, so I like to make matching hats for just about everything I make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Faith Knits, hello. Thank you so much. Christina at Dyson's Crazy Adventure started back on the baby blanket this week. Nice. You get that baby blanket done. Samantha's asking, I am in Missouri. I am right across the Mississippi River from Illinois. So I'm really close to Illinois. Faith says I'm attempting my first wearable. Nice. I just modeled some of my wearables that I had made, some sweaters. Nice. What time is it where I am? It is 12:09, so it's just a little past noon. I'm on Central Time. Hello, Deb. Thank you so much. Firefly Farm, hello. Oh, Faith says I'm moving to Missouri in 2 weeks. Nice, nice. I have all my families in very, very southern Missouri. I have moved up to the northeastern part of Missouri, and right on the Mississippi River. Well, I don't live right on it, but the town where I live is a river town, so it's really close to the Mississippi River. Yeah. Let's see here. Thank you all so much. So color change. I already made 5. So color change to blue. I mark these patterns as I go because it's the only way I can keep track of where I was and what I'm ready to do next. And people do things different ways, and I just do what works best for me, and that's what everybody should do, in my opinion, is what works best for you to, one, keep your sanity when you're working on a project with lots of color changes, right? And because the whole point of crafting for me is to relax, is to help me relax, and crocheting does that for me. Let me get that colored up over here. Yes, there have been a lot of color changes here in this one. I am looking forward to getting some new yarn. Go project shopping. I'm just designed a new pattern, which once I get it written out, I will have for sale on Ravelry. And it's for my husband, so 2 guesses what it is. It's not a car. It's not a Model A or a Model T. It's something else. Yep, you guessed it. It's a tractor. So I'll have that pattern written up, and then I'll make one to make sure I wrote it up correctly, and I'll make it for my husband. And he's helped me tweak it and get it as close as possible. And even though I was grumpy about it, I appreciated his help. I'll have to not be so grumpy about his help next time. I promised him I'd be nicer. But yeah, it's going to be really neat. I'm hoping it's going to be neat. And so I just got to figure out what size I want it to be, so then I know. I used to have, I don't know, I can't remember. It's been 2 years ago, and my head injury, I lost my part of my memory, and so when I say I can't remember, you're going to be like, why can't you remember that? Well, that's why. Okay, that's why. I can't remember if I made it in Excel, because you can use those spreadsheets. I'm thinking I had a graph program where I designed it, and I can't remember what it was, and I'm like 2 computers later, so I don't know what it was. So I actually designed this in Excel on a spreadsheet. And so I don't know if one of those is going to be one little section. I don't know if that's going to be 1 square or 2 squares. So I'll have to figure out how big I want the blanket to be, and then punch in my numbers to that and see. Then I'll know if it's going to be 1 square or if it's going to be 2 squares per little block. And because Excel doesn't give me a square, it gives me a rectangle, right? So I got to figure out how big I want it to be. And I did find one place where I need to make a correction on this one, and I will have to get that done ASAP. And then I'll post a link for that pattern once I get that correction made. So most people, if they make a correction, they just add it as a separate document that says what the correction is. So I don't know if I'll reload the whole thing or if I'll just make the correction note. What do y'all think? Because I've never had to make a correction before, and it was an obvious thing that I was like, hey, but I don't know that it would be obvious to someone working from the pattern who's not worked that type of pattern before. So I can't assume. I will not assume anything. I will make a correction, but it's just one little row. But one little row could throw off everything, right? Yeah. All right, let me come back over here to my chat and let's see. Uh, let's get back over here. There's Free Henley Maid. Hello, and thank you so much from the raid. Faith says I'll be in southeast Missouri. Nice. Well, I have family in Joplin and that surrounding area, and um, then I'm up here. Let's see. All right, there's Deb Weston. Hello, thanks for being here. I have not tried mosaic crochet. That is something I would be interested in. Um, if it's got a lot of intricate things, I don't know if my vision is ready for that yet, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So yeah, that is something I would be interested in. Um, do you do mosaic crochet, Samantha? If you do, tell me what you think. Do you think it's is it difficult? Is it like medium? I don't know. I've not tried it. I think I want to do another Tunisian crochet project. I used to make sweaters using that technique, and I have someone wanting another one. They still have two that I made for them that they wear. I mean, they're not just put up, they wear them. And from probably 25 years ago, and they're still wearing them, and people are still like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that? I need to have one. And I had to tell her, I will have to see if I can still do it. Because everything I do at this point, I'm relearning how to do. And it comes back pretty quickly, but yeah, I just have to be patient with myself, and it's just difficult. It's really, really difficult to be patient with yourself. For me, anyway. For me, anyway. Let's see here. Firefly Farm. That was hard to say for some reason. Um, let's see here. Thank you for greeting each other in the chat. When I'm working and talking, my eyes, I have to concentrate on what I'm doing, so I'm not catching people as they come in. But thank you all so very, very much. So much. No, it's not a piano. Although there will be some stuff like that in our future. There absolutely will be. Um, y'all know. No, it's a tractor. And Christina still thinks Doug needs a pair of Granny Square shorts to go with my Granny Square pants. No, I might make him a pair. He might wear them for a video. I might have to make him some. Zoila Rivera, hello. Thanks for being here. Nisi Parade. Oh, it is hot here. Yes. I don't know exactly how hot. It's in the upper 90s for sure. We're in an excessive heat wave warning. We have been all week, and I don't think it's going to cool down for next week either. Um, let's see. Whoops, that's not it. look up my temperature. I just know it's excessively humid out there, like knock you down humid, which makes it seem even more. So it's 94 degrees right now, but it feels terrible out there right now. I was just outside a little bit ago. Well, it's been about hour and 15 minutes ago, and it was horrible. It's just so muggy, it takes your breath away. Yeah. So I hope we're getting ready for a cool down. They keep saying cool down sometime, but I don't know when it's going to be. It isn't right now, I can tell you that. Um, yeah. um, uh, oh, where can I find the owl? Well, I have it on Ravelry, but I'm going to have to make a correction for one row. And all I did was I left out the uh, the first step to do where you turn it and all the stuff. But I need to put that in there so they're all the same. Um, let me see. Let me see. I'll look that up in just a minute. Let me get to the end of my chat here. There's Anna Crafty. Cast Love. Hello, good morning. So let's getting ready for dinner. Let's see. Patrick Hapchino Review says, I thought a captain's hat and a piano was a natural. He calls us Captain and Neil. So you are correct. Absolutely. How long have I been crocheting? I have been crocheting since I was 16, and I am 57. So you'll have to do that math because my brain's not going to do it. Oh, so 41 years, something like that. I don't know. Yes, I'm going to make that correction, and then one way or the other, either write in the pattern itself. I don't know if I have access to it to make the change, or if I just have to make an amended little notice that downloads with it about that row. Firefly Farm is 57 too. It's a good year. 57 is a good year. Debbie F, hello. Thanks for being here. All right, let me get this going again, and I'll try to watch the chat while I'm working. It's just hard. Hard for me. What I'm doing isn't hard. It's hard to watch the chat while I'm doing what I'm doing. Mosaic crochet is really easy. Interesting. Well, I will be visiting everybody's channels. And do you have any mosaic crochet videos on your channel? I'm going to be making a tutorial to go along, a tutorial video to go along with these Afghans that I'm doing this. Now I didn't count how many I did, so let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to be doing a corner to corner little tutorial, just a little project, just a few rows showing you how to do the increase, how to create it, the first corner, and then increase, getting wider, the blanket getting wider, and then how to stop your increase to where you're working now and your rows are getting shorter until you end up in the last corner. But I'll be checking out everybody's channels and who's here in the chat and show you some love back. Absolutely. Let's see what is going on. if you know single crochet and double crochet, you can do the mosaic crochet. Oh, okay. And I definitely will check out your channel. You know, that got held for review for some reason. I don't know why. I fixed it. And that was by YouTube. I don't have, like, I want to get Nightbot or Stream Elements. Do you guys have any experience with either one of those? I want one where I can set the security level where it's not like, because we like emojis, and I don't want people getting timed out automatically in chat by a bot because of emojis, for instance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm done with the blue. Because then I could have like links that I want to drop already there and it be done automatically without me having to fuss with it while I'm live. So, get back over here. Let's see. What is the pattern for a throw? Sherry's asking. Any pattern in particular, or are you talking about this one? If it's this one, I need to make a correction, and then I'll put the link in the description of the video. Do you get Happy Mail? I do. I get Happy Mail. We love Happy Mail. And that's in the description and the about either place. I have it both places. It's usually down at toward the end of my description. I have a long description section usually, because I share links to my other channels as well. Thank you for subscribing, Sherry. Thank you very much. So corner to corner, if you can double crochet, you got it made, because it's all double crochet and connecting these together. When that's the first drop. That's not bad. Let's see. Let me get this color changed. It's hard to see with the black. When I get to a lighter color, I'll show you a square. Change my color real quick. I am excited to have my husband so excited about the new Afghan we designed. I don't know if you'd say we did it together. What I did is I designed it as good as I could, and then I brought him over and said, what do you think? And so then he told me, what do I need to tweak? And so he told me the things to tweak, and anything that he thought needed changed a little bit, we changed. So we kind of did a collaboration, I guess you'd call it, on that new pattern. I'm really excited. So I should be able to hopefully, one thing I've noticed is my brain does not do equations anymore. So I don't know how long it'll take me to get it figured out. Once I know if it's one square or two squares in that pattern, because they're oblong, I need to just get a graph program. Do any of you have a graph program that you use? In the meantime, I'll just go grab some graph paper at the store and take pages together. and make it the old-fashioned way. Um, to have actual squares and see how that changes things. Um, but it's fun to design. I enjoy it. Let's see. Yes, Happy Mail address is in the description box. Thank you. Uh, let's see. Now I'll be doing a tutorial too, and if you just type in C, the letter C, and the number 2, and another C, that stands for corner to corner, C to C, or type in corner to corner. There used they some tutorial. There should be some pop up. Yeah. Let's see here. There's one. Yeah, it's easy to learn because it's all double crochet, and then if you're doing color changes, you got to count how many color squares you did. So to do one, so we're just gonna crochet up 3 chains, and we're double crocheting. So you'd yarn over, pull it through, and just do a double crochet like you normally would. You're going to do 2 more double crochets, and that's what makes the block. So here's the block, which is hard to see with black yarn. And then you just slip stitch right over to the next one, and you do the same thing again. And that's what the whole thing is. You just have to remember to chain 3 and then do 3 double crochets. And that's the block. Once you slip stitch it over to the next one, into the loop from the chain 3 right there, slip stitch it, and then there's the block you just made right there. You see it easier when I get out of this black yarn. I'll do it again when I get here. But yeah, I'll be making a tutorial to reference to from my pattern, and just things I was getting ready to do when I had my accident, and then it never happened. I haven't been able to see well enough to crochet until just a few weeks ago. I did my first uh, crafting hour live in 2 years, and that was the day after I discovered that I was able to crochet again. I'm like, yes! And I just went and did my live the next day, and I'm like, check this out, y'all, check this out. I went too far. That was the end of my row right there. And turn it and go back across here. I wish I had to turn my lamp on a little better. Black yarn is hard for me to see very well, but I also don't have all my lamp turned on there. So I'm just slip stitching across there. Okay. Lost the concentration, so let's do it again, and we'll head back the other direction. All right, so I also got to go through my Facebook page and update it, and make some changes over there, because at the time 2 years ago you could place an order and I'd make you something over there, and I'm going to make that, what do you call them, album. I'm going to make that album private for now, because like I said, I'm having trouble locating all the patterns that I was working from previously. So I don't want anyone to ask me to make them something that I don't have access to the pattern for. And I'll get that other external drive out and check it. How many was I making? I'm making 4. So 1, 2. And then when I get everything located for everything in that album, then I'll make that album public again. If I can't find the pattern for it, then I'll just delete that particular thing from that album. Because I don't want to unintentionally, right, disappoint somebody. That is never anything I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I'm back to blue again, and it'll be easier to see what I was showing you with the black. I'll go back to blue. Yeah, I really don't mind the color changes anymore, and I don't mind after this row I'll sew in some ends. I'm taking care of my ends as I go on this one, because then I'm not doing hours and hours and hours of it at the end. Although I really don't mind before, that was the least fun part of the project for me, was, working in your ends and all that. But right now, it doesn't bother me. But I'm I'm creating good habits as I get back into doing things. And so for me, some people don't mind waiting till the end to do all of that. And for me, I'm going to try to take care of it as I go, just so I'm not having to do a long period of it at the end. Okay, so I'll show you what I was showing you with the black yarn, but now you'll be able to see it easier because the yarn is easier to see. This, you can see the stitches. You can't really see the stitches with the black yarn, but you can with the blue. So there's a block, so I just slip stitch it into the next. There's a chain 3 space right there, a little loop right there, and I'm going to stick this through right there and just slip stitch it together. And that there's a block. So then I chain 3, do 3 double crochets in that same loop, chain 3 loop, and that makes the next block. So the blocks are easy to make, and so there it is, and you just go to the next chain 3 right there, little loop right there, and that's how you do the whole thing. So once you get that down, you're ready to go. Ready to go. I've got the blue yarn in the drawer, and I'm at my desk. This is my working desk. I just changed from a roll top desk, huge, like the old fashioned kind of roll top desk. Huge. I've been at that desk for at least 10 years, maybe longer. It was full of cubby holes and little drawers for this and drawers for that and cubby holes for this and shelves for this and that. And I had 10 years worth of stuff put in those cubby holes. And then had to take all that stuff out. I found stuff I forgot about. And so some of that is still piled on my desk. I got 1, 2, 3 piles of stuff I've got to get put away still. So one of those, this desk is full of cubby holes too in the drawers. So each side has a short pull-out drawer and then a pull-out like shelf on both sides. So I sit my drinks on that shelf. It works out great. And then there's another wider drawer, about that tall, with compartments in it. And then there's a file cabinet drawer. And I have one on this side and I have one on this side. So the one on my left, because I'm right-handed, so I'm pulling yarn this direction on my left. So the drawer on my left has my project. I never do one project at a time. My projects I'm working on in it, so it's handy. And if I just sit down to watch Andy Griffith with my husband, I can open that drawer and work on my project without having to get out a tote or whatever. It helps me with the getting out and the putting away, because that's the not fun part for me for crocheting, is because I'm not in a crocheting craft room where I can just like lay it down and come back later. I have to put it up every time, and because I don't want my cats getting on it, and I don't want my dog getting on it, and my little chihuahua, he's behind me in my chair. Anyway, so that's like my whip drawer, works in progress drawer, and that's working out really, really well. I'm really liking that. I'm liking that a lot. But when I have so many color changes, I also have a box with the yarn that I'm working from in it, because all that yarn will not fit in my works in progress drawer. Especially when your work in progress is already like this big. It's getting big. So, all right. So anyway, I was saying you make 3 double crochets in there. And there's a new block. And then you just slip stitch it, go to your chain 3 right there, where it leaves that little space there. And there you go. And that's what you do the whole time. Other than the way to increase and then to work down, to work it back down to the other corner. Let's see here. Yeah, Christina agrees. Sherry has a tutorial she watched there that worked good for her. Dyson's Crazy Adventure says C2C is easy to learn. And there's Chris's Kaleidoscope. Hello. Oh, your name, Kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscope. You know, I'm 57. We ran around with that tube that you turned and turned and turned, and you were just mesmerized by it, right? The little paper cardboard kaleidoscope. We all ran around with those when I was a kid. And I want to recreate some of those. I mean, not the exact patterns that were in there, but I just love the kaleidoscope designs. And so I want to design some of those as well. I think they would be just beautiful. And it was just like magic to me. I could just sit there and watch that for a long time. So your name makes me smile. Oh, let's see. Faith says, I love Tunisian, but the curling drives me crazy. See, it's been so long ago since I worked with that I don't remember what I did for the curling. I don't remember. I would be starting completely over from scratch, but I have enough people wanting those sweaters that I think I need to relearn how to do it. It wouldn't be the same exact pattern, but I could probably find something similar, because I do remember I had her send me a picture of her with one of hers on, and that way I can try to remember. Thank you, Zoila. She's saying, please remember the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Let's see. I don't know where I am in this chat over here, so. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Sherry says the color changes turn her off. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, the Sherry says the tractor pattern it's for a throw. It's for a C2C pattern. Yeah. Uh, uh, I'm trying to figure out where am I where I am in my chat. Okay, right there. I think is where I am. And Fiberfox Studios does easy tutorials for mosaic crochet. Okay, I will have to check that out. I'm going to take a picture of that because since my accident, my short-term memory it is. That's my short-term memory description in one thumb. Well, let's see. I'll just take a picture of that, and that'll help me. No, I don't want to video it. I want to picture it. Stop it, phone. Okay, well now where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. Okay, that was much more difficult than it had to be. Really. Uh, Christina reminding me my mods can help drop those links as well. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Do you want a sun bunny? I can send you a sun bunny. That would be awesome. Um, my favorite color is green, and my husband's favorite color is blue. Okay, so Sherry, are you looking at this channel, Ava Potterfield and Friends? I'm one of those. No, that sigh had nothing to do with you. I'm sorry. It had to do with me. I have 5 channels. So, Ava Potterfield and Friends is a channel that I do with my husband and a family. And they do the farming videos, the tractor videos. They have the Model A videos and the Model T videos and the farming videos. And I do my gardening and my flower gardening. And we do, sometimes we go for a walk or a hike. And so we have that in there. And I do my crafting hour here. Then I have, and these channels are in my description. Usually, I don't know if they're in this one. I got to get a template made to make sure I've got them in this one. We have Doug and Ava's Place. And Friday nights here, we play music for everybody. We are musicians. I specialize in old time and Celtic or Irish music. I play the fiddle, the tenor banjo, the mandolin, and the Irish whistle. So I'll be playing one of those 4. And my husband is a bluegrass musician. And but then we also have, so we play music here on Friday nights, Friday Night Live. And then we have a channel, Doug and Ava's Place, which is our music channel. That's all that is music. And we have Ava's Meditations and Relaxation channel, which is where I put all my relaxing videos, which tend to be nature videos. We do a lot of sunrises and sunsets, some nature, and I love that channel. I have so much fun filming for that channel. And I'm just getting ready to make public a new channel here in the next few weeks. That is an arts channel. So, yeah. So we have a lot of channels here. So when I ask questions about this channel, that's why. That's why. Um, uh, Sherry says, I think C2C is very fun to make. Um, Let's see. Hello, Misha. Hello, thanks for being here. Um, well, tell me what a somebody is. I don't know what a somebody is. Tell me about it. Let's see. So on this channel, I have Samantha's asking, what days do you go live? On this channel, I go live on Monday and Wednesday mornings at, I'm Central Time, so it's my 8 a.m. Central Time. That would be 6 a.m. Pacific Time. For coffee chat, we just have coffee and talk, and we watch one of our moon videos, which features our moon photography. And then on um, Friday nights, we're live on this channel. We play music for an hour or two, and people just come and go as they please. Or you can stay for the whole hour or two. And then Saturday mornings here is my craft hour. So yeah, thank you for asking. And Christina nailed it. Let's see here. NDL Crochet has good submission tutorials. Let me take a picture of that. Yeah, because I'm going to have to find me um, a good tutorial. And I tell you what, I really appreciate um, tutorials. Oh my gosh. I appreciate tutorials a lot. Uh, and then on our other channels, on Doug and Ava's Place, we're live on Thursday nights. And on my meditations channel, I'm live for a little bit every afternoon, and then an overnight live for something to relax or sleep to. And then we have a paranormal channel where I'm live there on Monday nights, where we share our moon photography. And we love doing moon photography. Oh my goodness. We each have our own cameras, and we go out, and even when we're filming, we each have our own cameras because we fight over the cameras. Like, I want it, no, I want it, no. Like little kids when it comes to that. So we each have our own cameras. And even for moon photography, we each have our own cameras. That way, there's less fuss, right? Keeping the peace. Keeping the peace. Um, Celtic music, you stole my heart. Faith. All right. We actually play in an Irish band here locally, and there's 8 of us, I believe. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those 8 people we've played together for about 30 years. We met through another group at a jam session. And we haven't been a separate band for that long, but we've known each other for about 30 years. And I say that and it freaks them out, but I'm like, people, do the math. We're not young pups anymore. Come on. But yeah. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, nobody has the link to that art one yet. I'm tying up some loose ends and trying to get domain name and purchase and things like that. So it won't be public till I get that done. And it's been really hard not to be on it already. It's been really hard. I'm already filming for it. But yeah. Um, yeah, Christina, I forgot about that. So once a month on the morning talk, on the coffee talk with Ava, morning talk with Ava. Once a month we do a show and tell, and then once a month we do a challenge. And for show and tell, you email your pictures in, and then I use them for that live, and then they're deleted. They're gone. Um, and we have a lot of fun with that. We have a lot of fun with that. You know, YouTube is my happy place, and I knew it was going to be a happy place because we started our YouTube channel as something we could do together. This channel, Ava Potterfield and Friends, is our main channel. We started this channel, um, you know, to have something to do together because we were looking at our work schedules, and you know, we were just having trouble having working me time in for each other. So we started this channel, and so anytime we go walking, we're doing it together. We go to get a sunrise, we're catching the sunrise together, we're catching the sunset together. You know, now I don't work on cars and tractors, so I'm not in those videos. But um, the other ones, you know, it's something to do together, and it's just a happy place for us. And then on top of that, meeting all the people through here through YouTube. You know, we made actual friends, and we've made lifelong friends, and people that we enjoy being around and with, and it was amazing to us. We had no idea that was going to happen, right? Um, they says it's great. Y'all use it as a bonding experience, and we really do. So our family, some of our grandkids watch, and it's just our happy place. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm so grateful, so grateful. One day he just came home from work, and I'm like, "Will you do YouTube with me?" And he gave me that look. Are you nuts? I get that look a lot. So I'm used to it. I'm immune to that look. And I said, yeah, I'm serious. He said, what are we going to do? And I threw out some ideas, and he's like, as long as I don't have to talk in the talk. That was the only condition. As long as he doesn't have to talk. So he's very quiet. And when Friday Night Live, when he's here with me, he doesn't do any talking much. And on Thursday nights, he doesn't do any talking much. And those are the only two lives that he's in. It's the Thursday night and the Friday night. And that's just it. He's the quiet man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many of these am I even supposed to be making? 14. Okay. Gotta know when your color change is. Um, so yeah, it's something we do together, and we really have a lot of fun doing it. And I can't wait to get my dimensions figured out, and figure out, because as soon as I figure out the dimensions, um, I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to go buy the yarn for that project, and it has more colors in it than this does, but but I'm okay with color changes. They used to drive me crazy, but now this go around I don't mind them so much. And it's the all the ends to work in that drives me nuts. But used to drive me nuts. But now I relax even when I'm doing that. It used to stress me out because I'm like, I'll never get this done. How many are left? And now I just relax. I don't worry about how many are left. I just do it. But yeah, a lot of people don't like all the color changes, and I totally get it. I totally get that. Absolutely. So today, I will get that. Had my phone on Do Not Disturb because I was planning to be using it to film with. And apparently, your alarm still goes off even on Do Not Disturb. That's good to know. But What was I saying? Oh, this afternoon I will make that correction, and then I will get my pattern link in my descriptions of my crafting videos, and then I'm either going to go to the um, try to finish up my loose ends today so I can make my other channel public, and then I'm going to go to the store and get me some graph paper and get my colored pencils out and color that in and see if I can figure out the dimensions so I know how much yarn to get. Yeah. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need one more. One more blue. One more blue. All right. Done with that one. Christina says we get him to talk from time to time. Yes, you do. I was wound up last night. I got him to crack up. I'm like, anytime I can get Doug to crack up like that, it's a good night. It's a good night. Thank you for dropping links, Christina. Appreciate it very much. Faith says, I've only been crocheting a couple of months, so it's all overwhelming for me still. And it is in the beginning, and it can be each time you learn something new. It's a new process. You build upon the knowledge every project you make. You build your skills, and things get easier. So hang in there. You're going to do great. In each project you do, you just keep building that knowledge, and the crocheting gets better and better, and you get more comfortable and less stressed. And then you branch out and you'll be learning new things. And I like it. It's an ongoing challenge. For me, it's an ongoing challenge. It's fun, but at the same time, it's relaxing. And sometimes I make things for people. They buy from me. Um, they place orders. And I was doing all of those things before my accident. So I hope to get back to doing those things again. And for me, everything I'm doing is like to get back to work on this blanket. I had to watch a tutorial, a C2C tutorial, to remember how to do it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just went to town on this blanket. Yeah, Christina says you'll get to where it's a cakewalk, right? And just totally relaxing. And I enjoy it. I learned from my grandmother when I was 16 years old. We went to the store. She bought us all yarn for our own project and our own colors. And we came home and we learned to single crochet first. We were making afghans, our first afghans. And we did like 2 foundation rows of single crochet. And when we got comfortable with that, then she taught us double crochet. And then that's what we used for that afghan. The stitches were the single crochet and the double crochet. And that's my dog behind me. If you want to see what's behind me in my chair, my Chihuahua buddy. Where you at, bud? Oh, he laid down. You can't see him now. He laid down. He sits in my chair with me. So if you can imagine an office chair, right, is the seat. Now I've got a dog behind me. And so I'm literally in real time left with this much. Let's get technical. I am left with about 4 inches from my behind to sit upon. while he lounges behind me, taking up most of my seat. It's okay. It forces me to sit up and support my back and my neck and my shoulders. And he's the sweetest little dog ever, so I don't mind. I don't mind. And it keeps him out of trouble, so that's a good thing too. Oh, I don't need brown. I need tan. Well, hello, tan color. We'll see you in a little while. I got a trash bag hanging over here for my little loose ends. Oh, it says tan. All right. I thought it was going to be brown. It says tan. I'll do what it says. All right. 14 blue, and now I'm going to 23 tan blocks. All right, so I'm going to be making these for a while. All right, let's get this situated. Get it situated. Next time I'll have to remember to turn my lamp on. I have an overhead lamp that I'll make it easier. My glasses are sliding down my nose. Oh, I missed a stitch. Let's just go back to my chain 3 and do it again. It used to stress me to have to rip out a row I did or whatever, but I've learned the hard way that it's better to find it in the moment than after you're done. Right? Pet life, yeah. So Christina is explaining that Betty is blind. Faith said blind dogs are the best. We had a blind and deaf rescue. So Buddy, we found him. He was in traffic. He's a Chihuahua. He's old. I'm not sure exactly how old he is. He's really old. And we rescued him off a highway. He was running into traffic, like he could hear the car coming and he was running to the car. So we witnessed him almost get hit like 10 times. And you could tell something was wrong. And I think maybe that's why nobody stopped for him. You could tell something was wrong. But we stopped because regardless if something was wrong or not, we wanted him off the highway. So when we got up to him, and he was running into things, so we figured he was sick. So we got out, got a blanket to put over him to catch him, and because we didn't want bit or anything in case he was sick. So, but when we got up there and we touched him, we could see that he was blind, and that's why he was running into things, and that's why he wasn't coming when you called him, and that's why he was running into traffic. He couldn't see. And other than that, we think he was trying to get somebody to stop so he could get in the car because he was running to the cars. But we could see he was blind, and we picked him up, and it was wintertime. If you're familiar with Chihuahuas, you know they're very cold-natured. It was like 24 degrees, and he was really cold. But we could tell he was blind immediately. We could tell he was blind, so we didn't need to use the blanket to catch him. We just picked him up, and he snuggled right up, and he was so scared. He was so scared and cold. We brought him home, wrapped him up. I put my coat on him on the way to the house, and it was a Friday night, so every place was closed that we needed to contact. So on Monday, we kept him the weekend, and on Monday we contacted Animal Control and our local shelter to let them know we had him. We were pretty sure he was dumped, but just in case someone's looking for him, here's his description. I sent them a picture, and our address and phone number. And I'm familiar with the people at the shelter. And I told them, I said, we're going to keep him here. I'm not going to bring him in. I'm going to keep him here because he'd be really scared there, being blind and it's noisy. But if you know, all you got to do is call me and I'll bring him right over if need be. And and I told him if nobody claims him, we're planning to keep him. And we already had one dog, our dog Scooter, who we had from 6 months old. He was 14, and he was also had gone blind. In his old age, he had gone blind. So I was already taking care of one blind dog. So it wasn't any harder to take care of another one. I already knew what to do, and it's not that big a deal. You just have to, there's certain things you have to do and keep a routine. And don't move your furniture around. Don't move anything around. And if you put something down, you pick it back up because you won't know it's there, right? And we kept him. He's a doll. Here, you want to say hi? You come say hello? Here. You see, he really is in my chair. I woke him up. He really is in my chair behind me. Here he is. This is Buddy. He's a baby. He's a baby. We've had him for about a year now. He's a sweet boy. Sweet boy. You woke me up for this. All right, there you go. There you go. He's back there now. And yeah, that's what we thought, Faith. That it was a car coming back to pick him up. That's why we think he was running to the cars when he heard a car coming. Oh, he is totally spoiled. He is so spoiled. I mean, spoiled. Let's see. Where are all those pictures at? I think they're either in the show and tell or the challenge. Yeah. So here's Buddy in his hoodie. Here's Buddy in his parket in the wintertime. Here he is in his chair. Now that chair right there is my old office chair. And for a while, that's his dog bed in the chair with his blanket. For a while, he would stay in that chair, and I'd just roll it over here next to me. So if he wanted me, I could just reach over there. If he wondered where I was, I could just touch him, and he's all right. There he is in his own office chair. There he is sleeping. Now, when we first got him, he did sleep with his leash on because we were worried about him getting out of bed when we were asleep. He doesn't sleep with the leash on anymore. There he is sleeping. There he is in his office chair. There he is asleep on the couch. So we have, he prefers not to be held all the time. And so we try to accommodate that by having a dog bed everywhere. So there's a dog bed in our bedroom. He sleeps in our bed, but in his dog bed. There's one in here, over there in his chair that he's not sitting in right now. There's one in the den on the couch. And then we have an extra one that we just, if we need it, we grab it. That way we're not, when we want one of the other three, we don't have to go hunt them. They're just there. That's their place where they stay. We're taking him camping for the first time in September. So we'll see how he does camping. I think he'll be just fine. Because he'll be with us. He won't be by himself at all. But yeah, he's well, I always tell people we didn't know anything was missing until he moved in. He's a good boy. All right, back to crocheting. Let's see, we're making 23 tans. And then, so these are the ends from my color changes I'll be working in. Some of those I can just snip right off because they're already worked in. And then others I'll just take my little needle tapestry needle or yarn needle, whatever you want to call it, and just work them in and clip them off. So I usually do 3 rows, and then I stop and I sew in all those ends, and then I do some more crochet. I just alternate back and forth, and that is less stressful for me, and everybody's different, but that is less stressful for me at the end, that I don't have all of those to deal with, and it just causes me less stress, and I'm all about that, right? So, so yeah, I bought this new thing. I showed people at the beginning. I bought this this to hold my phone so that I'll have a split screen where you can just see my hands and what I'm working on, and then the other side you can see me. But I couldn't get it to work right this morning, so it didn't happen today. I'll play around with it. Christina told me what to do to solve my issue, so I'll try that later. I'll make Doug get on the StreamYard with me, and we'll try to figure it out. That's how you figure out how things work sometimes. You just gotta figure it out. But Christina, what you said, I think will solve that whole problem. So thank you for that. Thank you. Well, I hope everybody is having and has a good weekend. I know some people don't work on the weekends. We do. Doug's at work right now, and I chose crafting hour to be when it is at this particular time because it's right toward the end of his work shift, and he doesn't have to be quiet when he gets home. He likes to get home, turn on one of his shows. He likes Andy Griffith, and have a snack when he gets home, and this accommodates that. That way, everybody's happy, right? During lessons, he babysits Buddy. That's his job during lessons. And my 2 cats go out on the porch. I have a closed-in porch. They go out on the porch during lessons because, I teach music lessons, private music lessons, because they think everybody who's here is here to see them and hold them and pet them. And it doesn't matter if you're playing the piano or not. They'll walk right across the piano keys and get in your way and try to sit in your lap when you're playing your guitar or your violin. And so they don't have good manners during lessons. Well, they have good manners, but they just can't fathom the idea that people aren't there to hold them and pet them. And it just doesn't work so well. Yes. Faith says, I'm not sure what he's the CEO of, but he looks like a boss in his desk chair. Oh. Faith says, I'm getting anxious for my move. It's a long bus trip. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on now. There we go. Well, when my live is over, I'll come back through the chat and I'll go to everybody's channels. And if we're not friends, we will be soon. YouTube friends, and throw some yarn at y'all. And I'd never heard that expression until you guys rated me from Freehandly Made. Threw some yarn at you. That's what I love it. I love that. Moves. Yeah, moves. Wow. Moves are something else, aren't they? Yeah. But with Buddy, nobody was looking for him or claimed him, and so he was therefore already pre-claimed, and we just made it official. There's a holding period you have to wait. At our shelter, they always give time for someone who's looking for an animal to call and get things squared away. And so we had to wait that period. So for that period of time, we fostered him, would be what you'd call it. We fostered him. And then we just made it official at the end of that period. So, um, yes, yeah, the S word is a no no. So I like that. Oh my gosh, my voice. I'm not sick. I have allergies, and I've not taken my allergy. I usually take my allergy pill with my breakfast, and I didn't eat breakfast this morning because I took my nap during my breakfast time. But yeah, okay, there it is. My voice is back now. My voice is back now. So there's gonna be now. I don't even know how you say the darn word. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't even know how you spell it. It's that starts with an A word where you're making the animals and the things like that. I want to learn how to do some of those. I'd actually bought a pattern book um, to make some of those, and I had made a few, and I'd made a few to sell that people had ordered, and then an accident happened. I did find that pattern book, a physical book that I have, and I have a lot of physical patterns that I have, but a lot of my patterns were digital, and I didn't print them out. They're just on the computer. So I'm hoping they're on my other external drive. Crossing my fingers that that's where they are and I didn't lose them because I quit keeping things on the computer drive because I had a computer just randomly kaput and then I lost some things. And so now I keep everything on an external drive, like the big box external drive. Um, I've got one here that's almost full, so I'll be on my third external drive. That happens when you do a lot of writing and YouTubing with photography and videos, right? They take up a lot of space. Origami. I call it yarn origami because I can't spell it either. But you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I call it too. I'll just call it that too. Yarn origami. Um, I'd also like to, over on my other channel, when I get it going, how long's it been since y'all did paper mache? I'm going to do some paper mache. I'm going to bring back paper mache. One of the things I inherited, my stepdad passed away not too long ago, and he was a wonderful, wonderful man. Loved him. Um, Huge part of our life. A great loss. But I inherited his model train collection. And we are going to, so it came with all the sets he had built, and he had built some local to him sets, like towns nearby and things like places nearby. So we have all of that. Nisi can probably spell it for us, right? Nisi, how do you spell that word? We're calling it yarn origami, where you make the animals and the things you stuff and things like that, dolls. Um, Anyway, so we're going to do some paper mache to build some sets. And I thought, well, we should do that on the art channel because paper mache is a wonderful kind of art. And, in grade school, we just took Elmer's glue, we watered it down a little bit and used it, and it worked great. So I don't know, as an adult, are we supposed to go to the actual craft store and buy the correct supplies to do that? Or can I still use my Elmer's glue and water it down? Which will be how I do my first ones anyway, but I want them to last. So, but again, I'm 57, and some of the paper mache we did as kids is still around. So, yeah, I'll probably just go that route. It says, nah, go retro with it. But I think we might build some sets that to replicate our locality, and I don't know, or just do some fun things, waterfalls and things like that, and train tunnel that would be done through paper mache, and so I think that that'll be one of the things I do over on the art channel, and I'm already working on things for it. I just haven't made it public yet, but in a few weeks, I'm hoping I'm going to set a deadline by the end of August, but I'd really prefer it to be within the next couple of weeks. But we'll see. We'll see. Lots of things to do. Lots of things to do. But fun. Dollar Tree has the hodgepodge glue most of the time. If you have one there. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, we have one. I'll go check that out. And I'm going to take a picture of that. I tell you I am because you can see I'm doing something. So I'm taking a picture of that comment because my memory is not going to remember that. I know it. That now I can just tell myself hodgepodge, podge. See, I was already calling it the wrong thing. That's why I took the picture. So, but yeah, it's a good thing. I like doing art projects, and I was going to finish paint my do my watercolor today, but I think I'll wait till Sunday to do that maybe. My class is online, so they do lives, but then they give you the replays. So if you weren't there for the live class, then you have the replay of the class, and so I'll use the replay and do my painting on Sunday tomorrow. Since Sunday, like it's a whole week away. No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll paint. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is make my pattern correction, if I can figure out how to do that. And I don't know if their help is available on the weekends. If I can figure out how to do it by myself, I'll do it. If I need help, I guess I'll see if they have a help chat. If not, I'll wait till Monday. Because I don't want to mess anything up on my end of things. And I don't know if I can see the pattern through my back door once it's uploaded, um, or what. So I don't know if I already fixed it, because what I'm working from is the write-up that's on my computer. So I don't know. Um, Faith says their Dollar Tree, their yarn is pretty good quality too. Christina says I've gotten some from the Dollar Tree. And Faith says I'll probably grab some more Dollar Tree yarn for the trip so it's affordable enough not to be tragic if my project gets lost in the transfers. I hear you. I hear you. I'll have to get back over to the Dollar Tree and see what they got, and I'll definitely get some Podge Podge glue. Um, and that's the third resource y'all have given me today during this live. I took 3 pictures of two of them were tutorials. Somebody recommended, and then the Podge Podge glue. And I'll check out their yarn while I'm there too. And we were talking about that. My husband and I were talking about that. How to price your projects for sale. And and I was telling him, I can't really just set a price for this project and a price for that project, because some people are really particular about the yarn they want. And I tend not to use the most expensive yarn for my projects, but yet that's some of the softer yarns, for example, are pretty pricey. I do use them, but not for everything. And but sometimes that's what people want. So if I used regular yarn to make this, which I did, I'm using Red Heart yarn on this. But somebody wants the same thing made out of that really soft yarn. Well, one, it's going to take more of it, the softer yarn, and 2, the cost will be different for me for my supply. So I was explaining to my husband that I have to price things per individual project, depending on what they want, what kind of yarn they're wanting. He hadn't thought of that, so that made sense to him. And so yeah. And I'm really liking this blue black background. So someone suggested, I'll have to talk to them again to see if they're wanting me to make them one or what. But they suggested this. Pull this up. I do that so when I'm moving it around, I don't accidentally pull out stitches. Surely by the time I pull that, I'll realize I'm pulling. But they want to see this with a dark blue background, like a nighttime background, and then these would be yellow or white, like the stars, these little patterns here. So my original pattern of this was yellow. So the dark blue would make a nighttime scene. And I'm like, well, that would be pretty cool. So here's the original that I made in the colors that the pattern references. See, he's sitting on his tree limb. So I'll have to see if they were just wanting to see it or if they were wanting me to make them one. And because I've got many projects I'm ready to work on for my own self, as well as what other people want. Faith says the most common thing I've heard is materials cost times 3 to figure in your time. I don't sell, so I don't know. Yeah, and that's something else we were talking about, is like you never get reimbursed for all of your time. And I saw this little meme and I saved it because it just made me chuckle, because this is real life. If you're a crafter, you understand, and you will giggle too. It was a little sign that said, why would I buy this for $7 here at the store when I can go to the craft store, buy supplies, and make it myself for $97? Right? I thought, oh my gosh, I about died laughing because it's true. It's so true. And people who craft understand that. And but so many people don't, and that's why people buy from us is they're not the crafters, right? And so they don't always understand. So a lot of times I'll say how long it took me to make something, and I didn't keep track of my time on this one, but I'm going to. Not that I'm expecting to be reimbursed for my time, because let's face it. Um, but I would like to let them know. So I usually tell people how long it takes me to make something. Well, I did years ago. I'll have to keep track of some things as I go from now on, so I know how long it takes me to write something. And usually they're like, that long? I'm like, yes. Yep, yep. And it was a pleasure, that's what I say. And it was a pleasure. But so I'm sure not complaining about how long it takes to make things. I make them because it's fun and it's a hobby and it relaxes me. And if I sell a few things on the side to help pay for my own yarn stash, hubby's even happier. So yeah. But anyway, um, yeah, crafting is awesome, and it's amazing. And I just, for instance, I try to share art and crafting and music everywhere I go. As I try to, so when people choose me for their private music instructor, I always tell them the first time they come at their first lesson, we tell them about my health issues, um, because I have lupus and it can be very unpredictable. And I can be fine in the morning and then have to cancel lessons in the afternoon, or I can teach some lessons and then have to cancel the rest of the day. And so I explain that to them right up front. And then I tell them, I'm tell you right now, I'm probably not like any other teacher. So I'm different. And I'm different because I want it to be fun, and I share my other instruments with them, and we do show and tell during there. Like, this is a mandolin. Have you ever seen a mandolin? Well, let me go get it. And then I show it to them and I let them hold it. I play a song for them. I let them strum it or whatever. And just let them know that, hey, here's another instrument you might like sometime in the future. And so for our recitals this year, I'm having them write a poem, which we're setting to music. So they're here for music lessons, but they're writing a poem. And I'm having them do just like a little 5x7 painting. Um, it can be music related, but it doesn't have to be music related. And when we do our recital, we're going to set that up as an art display. And then they take their art piece home with them that night. And I just, art and crafting and music brings me joy. And there's not enough joy in the world. So I want to spread that joy everywhere I can. Now, not everybody's going to find it, joy in it, and that's fine. We're all different. But for those who will, I want them to have a chance to be exposed to it, to dabble a little bit, and just see, right? That recital sounds great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I don't know. I have a lot of fun, and music relaxes me too. I can be stressed out, sit down to craft or play music, and it takes care of it for me. I can be mad and I can sit down and do some crafting or play some music, and I feel better. I can be happy and sit down and play and craft and have even more fun, right? So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. But anyway, I suppose I better look at my time. My timer says I need to get off of here. So I better do that. So I'll be back here next Saturday. I'm going to go visit channels right now. People who were here in my chat. And so thank you to everybody who came for the live. Thank you everybody who will be watching the replay. I appreciate you all so much. If you are one of those who will be watching the replay, please give us a like and comment if you can. I know not everybody can, but if you can, so I know who is here. I always like seeing who is here and then going to share some love on their channels as well. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Faith. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck with your move, and I hope everything goes smooth. And I will be checking out the Dollar Tree yarn. Absolutely. I didn't know there was yarn there. That would be great. A great way to get a kid started. And that's what I'm thinking about. My wheels are turning. My wheels are turning. But everybody have a great day. And always, always remember how awesome you are and that you are amazing. And if you are struggling right now, I have had a struggle 2 years like crazy. But I made it. I made it through. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. And I hung on. And I made it through. So if you are struggling, just know you're not alone. So many people struggle for so many reasons. You're not alone. And if you're struggling, hang on with all you've got and never give up. Never give up. Let me get back over here to get my outro. Now, in this outro, I'm wearing some of the things that I made. Where is it? Where am I? Oh, here. I found it. I think I found it. There it is. All right. So we'll see you here for Crafting Hour next Saturday, same time, same place. And till then, have a wonderful, wonderful week. You're always invited to coffee time, morning talk with me on Monday and Wednesday mornings. And if you want to hear our Celtic and old time music, swing by on a Friday night and we'll be playing. And love y'all.